In today's conversation, Jessie and I talk about what success is, what it looks like, and what it means to you.
Balancing building a successful business and being a superstar mom is hard. And yet, in today's digital world, it's more common than ever.
The question becomes, how do we successfully grow a business and children at the same time?
Join us for a candid conversation as we share our experiences and insights into marketing and motherhood. I'm Jessie Valle.
And I'm Angela Reeder. Welcome to the Marketing Moms Podcast. I think everyone has this idea in their head of what success looks like, and that idea is going to be informed by your background, where you grew up, how old you are. Like, when I think of success, because I was born in the 80s in like one of the flyover states, I think of like this lady with the briefcase and the power suit, and that's success, right? But, depending on how old you are, I know like my 18-year-old niece, success probably looks like something totally different in her head. And that's kind of the problem with all of the, how to be successful type things that you see today.
Absolutely. I think a lot of people think there's just one success and everybody should strive for that same success. And spoiler alert, success is a mindset. And it's actually different for each person. And so I just wanted to chat with you. I just wanted to chat with you a little bit about that, Angela, about what success is and how we can achieve it.
Sure. Can you hear my pets?
You guys, this is a realistic podcast, right? Like, we're moms and we're also business owners, and we're not going to sugarcoat that. So when you get interruptions from our children or our pets or whatever, like, we're not cutting that out because that's real life.
We're very real here. Yeah. I have 3 kids, 2 dogs, 3 cats, and 4 chickens, and a fish tank. So
I was going to say, don't forget the fish
tank. There's a lot going on. No, well, I have 3 fish tanks now because 2 of my kids have fish tanks. So we have a lot going on here.
I'm the opposite. I like to visit the pets. I'm like the great pet aunt, right? Like, I show up, I play with your pet, and then when I've had enough, I'm like, bye. It's yours now.
Hey, but everybody needs a great pet aunt.
That's true, and that's me. Just call me Thea Jessie. So sidetracked, so sorry, but that's us and that's real life. Today, we really just want to talk about success because we think that it's kind of the bedrock of everything you're going to do, not just as a business owner, but also as a mom. And the first thing that we want you to realize is that power suit that Angela was just talking about, that was just in her head. Maybe it was in a lot of people's heads, but it was just in her head. And if she had just changed her mindset earlier, she would have avoided all of that guilt and pain and feeling like a failure because she was not wearing a power suit and leaving to go to work each day.
Yeah. And then there's the whole like guilt that goes along with the leaving for work each day. Like, I know, like, I don't want to get into the whole mommy wars, but, there's always that. It feels like no matter if you're a stay-at-home mom, you feel bad for not contributing. If you're a working mom, you feel bad for not being home with your kids. And, like, it's kind of like a lose-lose situation.
Yeah. And so we first wanted to tell you, don't worry. Like, this is a mindset thing. And just like you can think something, as quick as you can think something, it's changed. So what we want you to do right this second is change your perspective on what success is to you personally and feel the benefits of it immediately.
Yeah, one thing that I do sometimes when I find myself thinking of the power suit lady as success is I remind myself I don't like suits. That's not me. And I try to picture, what would I look like successful? Like, what would my life look like because it's not going to be power suit lady.
I've had people ask me, how do you define success? And I always love that question because, first of all, it's asking you to come up with the definition of success because success is personal to each person. So I always say, to me, success is waking up each day and doing, no. To me, success is waking up each day, living the life I want to live and I choose to live. And so for me right now, I'm living the dream, right? Like I am sitting here, spoiler alert, I'm sitting here at 7 a.m. with my biz bestie Angela. I am in a robe. I am in my PJs. I have no makeup on. And yet I'm, I'm making a podcast because I think it's fun. And I don't have to have any other reason than that. And I find this as, I find myself successful because I just woke up early and I'm living the life I want to live. And nothing is sweeter than that.
For me, success is living a life at peace. Like I am an anxious person, so the idea of having a life where I can just do my job, I can take care of my kids, we can go do fun things with them, I can take a day off if I need to, like having that simplicity is success to me. And it may not involve a 7-figure a year business, but the business I have supports us and gives me the opportunity to be present with my kids, which is something that is important to me. And so that makes me successful. And I get to be up it's 8 o'clock in the morning for me. But I get to be up at 8 o'clock in the morning in my PJs making a podcast with my biz bestie because she decided that a podcast would be fun. So, there's that.
I mean, it hasn't become unfun yet. This is episode
No,
1.
it's still super fun.
So we're still smiling, okay, people? And the moment we're not smiling is the moment we'll stop
Yeah.
because forcing ourselves to do something is not success to us. And so for today, what we want to leave you with is we encourage you to sit down and, in future episodes, we'll probably talk about different tools that we use to help us organize our lives and organize our thoughts and what we think success is. But we really encourage you to sit down, think about what do you really like not the idea of what your mom thinks, your next door neighbor, the stay at home mom leading the PTO at the school. Like, what do you want out of life? What would make you happy? And where would you love to place your priorities and spend the most time? Once you do that, you'll start to see that definition of your own personal success starting to form.
And I would encourage you to break it down to different areas of your life because it's easy to say, oh, a successful for me would look like this one thing, but we are complex people. So really think about what would it look like to me to be a successful mom? What would it look like to me to have a successful business? What would it look like to me to feel successful in my personal life? Because the answer to all of those things is going to be different. And the combination of that is going to be your personal definition of success. Because success isn't just one thing. It's not just I made $1 million or my kids made the honor roll or whatever. Like it's a combination of everything and all the different factors in your life. So taking time to really break down those different aspects of your life and what success looks like in there is going to help you get closer to that overall definition of this is what a successful life looks like to me. Thank you for joining us today. We're so honored this is where you chose to spend your time.
If this episode helped you in some way, please share it with another mom who needs to hear it. We're in this together.
And if you're looking to spend even more time with us, visit marketingmomspodcast.com for more episodes, free goodies, and ways to connect.
Don't forget to check out our brand new Marketing Moms book, now available on Amazon.